We'll edit it. Sarah, what have you done?
Kerrigan, the die is cast. This is the last day. Your swarm darkens the sky of any planet.
Forget Minsk. Forget all of it.
When we are done here, I will return to my people and accept their judgment.
Command, we've found Kerrigan. She's holed up in a Zerg base.
I made my peace long ago.
Consider it done. For ire. Indeed.
All right, we're back, guys. Let's see. Let's get the admins on here. Okay, guys, we're here. We're here.
Right.
I got the casters tonight. We got War Bunnies again and Hyper Turtle. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Good.
Glad to be back.
Nice. How you doing, War Bunnies?
Excellent.
Good. So, what do you guys think, man? We got some interesting games tonight. Let me show you guys that.
We got Code B, Code A, and Code S tonight.
That's right. So
All players that haven't had a match yet this season, so we will be meeting at least one
Yep.
new face, right?
yeah, so Code B we had a change, last minute change, but you know we're
Mhm.
pretty flexible here in FSL, right? So we know that people have lives. We know they're not professional players. You got families and events and all kinds of stuff. So we did a substitution. So we got Chinpone playing instead of Kitty Cat Gamer against Uber XL. What do you guys think about that?
I was pretty hyped for the kitty cat game. Miss Uber XL, I like when the children play the parents, but I think Chimpone versus Mix Uber XL will provide an interesting matchup. I think our Code S, I think that's going to be a really good game. I think those two are very evenly matched, and I don't know. Dupu plays a very interesting style, so Noob Lord we know nothing about. So I think it's gonna be a very interesting night.
Yeah, Code A, we've got one player that we haven't met yet, and one player who is usually all over the place. You never know what to expect from him, so there's going to be surprises in that match, I think.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the most likely upset out of all these?
You know, I think there's only one. I don't know how to handicap the S. I think S is pretty even. I've never seen Noob Lord, so I don't know. I don't know how to handicap that one. I think Chimpone has the upper hand against Mix Uber XL, but I can see Miss Uber XL pulling that off. So if there's an upset to be had, I would say it has to be in Code B. David, what do you think?
Absolutely. You know, I don't know if anything from Code A could be considered an upset. But it's a great time, you know, your first match is a wonderful time to make an impression.
Yep. So why don't we bring in Miss Uber XL and Chinpone here for our interview. So let's bring him in. So hang tight, guys. We're a little bit short on admin, so I've had to do a lot of the stuff myself. Good thing I have these casters with me. So that's
Yeah, we actually were substitutions ourselves, weren't we?
That's right. So coming on now is Miss Uber XL and Chinpone. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Hey,
I have practice.
You had practice, or you had what did you do?
I have practiced against Protoss
Oh,
Okay.
you practiced against
a lot.
Protoss a lot.
have you been playing against a friend of yours, running drills,
Yeah, sometimes.
or just running into a lot of Protoss in the ladder?
Well, I'm fighting some AI, and I'm fighting lots of ladder.
So
Okay,
you are you playing your normal race today? It's Taran, right?
My normal race is Protoss, but I think I am gonna play Taran.
Gotcha. And you're not the one that played this Uber XL last season and cannon rushed her, right?
I am.
Oh, you're the one. So Miss Uber
Wait,
XL.
there was only one person who cannon rushed her?
Yeah, only one. So Miss Uber XL,
Oh.
I think she's muted right now. How are you? Are you mute? I don't think she can hear us. Can she hear us?
Is she in the...
She doesn't seem
in
to have.
Protoss?
She's on the channel. She's
Yeah, she is.
She might have muted us by mistake or something, but we can't interview her because someone if someone is watching from her household, let her know. Ready to interview her. So Chimpo, let's start with you still, right? Let's keep on with you. You guys have any questions for Chimpo?
Yeah. For one thing, you know, has it affected your strategy at all that you'll be playing a little bit early, or is this is it exciting to get it out of the way right away?
I think he's muted as well.
Oh, he just
Oops.
went mute.
Cavalry's coming in though.
I accidentally muted myself. Oop.
Okay.
Well, I have changed some strategies, but not all of them.
So, my question for the night that I think I'm going to pass around: what's one of the most helpful pieces of advice you've gotten when playing StarCraft? Are there any tips that have made a difference as you've learned to play?
Well, I have learned how to stop cannon.
Could you
if
tell
I
me?
He's learned how to stop cannon rushers. So
Yes.
that's a big one.
Take
Yeah.
out the probe, or just put a barrier up.
Yeah.
Have something ready to keep it from moving any further forward. But yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, don't panic. And Miss Super Excel, are you able to hear us now?
Yes, I can hear you
There
now.
she is.
Okay,
All right, Miss
great.
Uber XL. Welcome back. Your season opener. I was just asking, Chinphone is your new opponent, and he says he's playing Taran. However, he did play Protoss at one point against you, and he admitted to cannon rushing you, because I remember you were tilted by that. How do you feel about that? What are you thinking about that now?
Well, let's just say it's been a while since we played. I haven't practiced that much, so hopefully he's been practicing. I've been trying to practice today, but
Yep. It's hard because life
Yeah.
gets in the way, right, Chinphone? I mean, even your Chin lost. That's his name, by the way, on this. Well, we're excited to see you guys play. It's obvious that you said you guys have not practiced too much. I know, Chimpo, you said you did a little bit, but it never seems enough, right, guys?
no,
Yeah.
never enough.
Never seems
I've-
enough.
I haven't practiced for like the other days. I've only practiced like today.
There you go. And you can see in the background, Cyan is waving
Hey,
the
it's
Sidestorm
Sidestorm Gaming, I've
jersey.
heard of them.
Yeah. So, we do have Sidestorm
Are-
Cup coming up next month, guys.
Yeah, are
and
you going
I
to be
think-
joining us?
I think we'll see some of you guys there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I will be there.
Yeah, and if you're there, we're gonna need the final list of players. We're gonna do a special 1-hour FSL like FFA free for all broadcasted match. So that'll be really cool. Because yours truly is in charge of that event. So obviously I can kind of make things happen. So I was like,
Never
"Hey,
easy
guys,
for you, is
we're
it?
doing that. All right. Well, I think we're ready. So we're gonna have you guys hop off on this channel, and good luck to you guys. I think you guys did your map selection, so if you haven't, go ahead and finish that up. We're gonna talk about you guys behind your back for now, and you can watch the VOD. But good luck to both of you.
Thanks. Good luck.
Okay, so we moved them over. And
Now, right after the intros, I'm gonna have to check on the pizza again. So War
Yeah,
Bunny
no
is
problem.
you ready to fill some airtime?
yeah, not a problem. War
I'm
buddies can do
ready.
it. But we got these players here good to go. Looks like our admin is still not here, so I'm gonna have to make it. But you know what? The map. Let's take a look at the maps that we do have that they selected. Hopefully,
Sure.
did they finish? Yeah, they finished their veto, so that's good. Showing it on screen right now. Moondance, Cosmic Sapphire Waterfall, Stargazer's Veto. We have Tropical Sacrifice. That's not a small map. That's game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then Inside and Out.
Yeah, both of those with a lot of high ground that you can play with on your wave.
Yeah.
Unless one of
And-
them gets aggressive early, these look like we could be in for some longer games. I think
Yep.
that they got rid of the ones that they could get rushed on. These are a little easier to turtle up for new players. So
Yeah.
And turtling up tends to be the instinct when you're first getting started on the game. Yeah, it's kind of what the campaigns, everything sort of pushes you towards, and then it's almost something you've got to unlearn. So
Yep.
we
Data
might
C
have a
is the
lot
last
of.
one.
Oh.
Data
Go ahead,
C is
Freedom.
the last- Yeah, I was gonna say Data C is the last map, and if we get to game 3, right?
yep.
Yep, the twisting and turning thin passages of Data C.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's see if these players are ready. Oh yeah, I don't see you on the channel Hyper Turtle. Let me invite you guys in there. Oh, you're in the lobby now. You're hot.
Bunnies,
There you are.
have
You're
you
there. I
accepted
see
the
you now.
invitation yet?
I think I got an
You
invitation.
also need Mrs. Uber Excel. Oh, here, let me invite you then.
Yeah. We're all gonna have to kind of help each other out here because this is a volunteer-run org,
Yep.
FSL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're doing it for the
So-
fun of the game
Woo!
and a bunch of casuals like us playing. So
Like you. Those casuals among us who own an esports team.
yeah, I'm still a casual player. I was trying to be competitive at one point, but
Yeah.
these kids are so good. So anyway, I think we're good to go. Let's go ask them if they should be set.
Is Miss Uber XL
Wait.
isn't in the game?
Oh, she's not in
Let
the
me
game.
see if I can invite her. Here we go. Here, let me try.
Oop. We had her for a
She-
second.
It says she's elected not
Player.
to join the lobby. I think she might have misclicked.
Usually that means it timed out.
Let's invite her again. Let's see if that works.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, it keeps going in and out for her.
Yeah.
Hang tight, guys. There's something really weird here. You know, at least we got her on video and the chat, but now that thing was acting up. Let me re-invite her again. Yeah, it looks like we may have to remake this game because
Yeah.
she keeps getting
Okay.
she's stuck in this weird loop. So if you guys get out of the game, let's re-invite.
It wasn't letting me leave for a minute.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
looks like some
weird
sort
there.
of BattleNet lag. So hang tight, guys. We're still kind of sorting this out.
Mhm.
Okay.
Tropical Sacrifice is that map. It's not a buggy thing. So alright, I'll try it myself and see if we can do this. I'm gonna invite her first because she's the one that had issues the last time. Hang tight. She says she's in the game. She may need to reload. So, Cyan,
Yeah, I
if
think
you're
she has to
watching,
quit StarCraft too.
yeah, you may
and
have to
load it again.
you
And
may have
meanwhile,
to-
Okay, I'm joining the lobby, and I will be right back to my headset in a moment.
She has to rejoin, guys. Let me just try it again.
It says she's in now.
Yeah, let me try it again. Lots of fun here, guys. We're trying to get this thing to work, but sometimes this happens. This lags out. Okay, we're here finally.
Yeah.
Guys, we're here. We got it working. Okay. All right. Without further ado, let us get started before this thing errors out again. Oh crap! Hold on, guys. I have an error on my side. Now it's my turn. Hang tight. Why don't you guys talk about these players, what you think, the matchup, etc., and the map? Let me fix this one little quick production issue.
Okay, so I guess I am taking over. I really hope that this match moves aggressively. I like Chinpon, or Chin Loss as we're calling him today, is normally one of the more aggressive Code B players, and so sometimes in Code B, new players tend to max out at a 12-14 minute clip and then attack each other all at once. Chimpone is one of our more aggressive players in this league, and so I'm hoping for some action, but as the way things are going today, I'm just really hoping that we get going smooth and get our hiccups out of the way.
Yeah, I think we're set to start now, so we're gonna get started.
Let's go.
All right, Taran versus Protoss, guys.
Yeah. I wonder if
Okay.
Chimpone's going to be an aggressive Taran as he is Protoss.
You think?
I'm hoping.
All right, guys.
Yeah, I've actually done some team
Watching
games alongside
FSL Season
and
6.
and his brother has been Taran. They keep the infantry going.
Yeah.
All right, handing it over to you, casters, for the intros and the whole game.
David.
All right, are we ready to rumble?
Hopefully.
I hope so too. It would be really anticlimactic if we're not.
Yeah. I'm hoping for some action. Yeah,
I'm hoping
everyone's...
for some loading bar movement.
Yeah, I was going to say Super XL doesn't seem to be loading.
Hmm.
That's not generally a good sign. So David, what do you think about the matchup? Do you think Chimpone's Taran will keep it moving, or do you think we're going to wait for 14 minutes and max out move on
I
both
expect
sides?
some hesitancy. I don't expect either of them to open themselves up too much until they feel safe doing it.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but Chimpone, he often goes aggressive. When he was Protoss, he'd often run 4 or 5 zealots in to see if he could get some work done early on, and
Yeah.
I think that benefits his play style quite a bit. So I'm hoping that he
Well, the
doesn't.
mobility of Taran, there's a lot you can do pretty early on.
Yeah, I think we might be lagging out of this game. I don't
Yeah,
see
she's
any.
probably
Someone might
lagging
be.
out because hers is not even loading at all. So
Yep, and
we'll
everyone
have to
else is stuck
reload
at
this
the
sucker.
same. Yep.
Her video is there, so maybe it's just her BattleNet or SC2
Maybe.
hanging up. 'Cause
Yep.
her video, obviously, her internet's running.
And for the rest of us, there's really nothing we can do. We can't even. Can you remake from this screen? I think you
Not
just
you have to
unless
wait
you
until it
force
ends.
StarCraft 2 to close, yeah.
Yeah, you have to wait.
Yeah.
It's.
I've been at the screen before.
We've all been
Yeah.
here, guys. That's the thing. So we just have to wait
Yeah.
for that timeout. It was like a
It
couple
doesn't
minutes.
doesn't even let you obnoxiously spam Z's until someone gets dropped out.
F's in the chat.
So many F's for so long.
Yeah. Is that the other brother poking his head into the camera there?
Might be.
Didn't get it.
Last
Didn't
I
get a
was
good look.
last I heard from them, they were sharing headsets.
Oh.
Made it very tricky if both of them were teaming up at once. Who knows? There's been all summer, so they were actually helping me with a little bit of achievement hunting. I had to get some. Oh, wait, something moved. And there you have it.
Oh, it's actually Chimpone that's aired out. All right. Well,
Is it?
let's remake
Yeah.
it with.
Okay.
That is
Nothing
really
but to
odd.
do but to try again.
Yeah, let's.
But yeah,
No,
so over the
it was,
summer,
it was Miss Uber XL that aired out.
yeah, Chien Pone was the one that declared the winner.
Yeah, so Uber
Oh,
XL
I got it backwards.
aired out. Yep.
You know,
Yep,
she
we got it
might
backwards.
even want to reboot her computer.
Yeah, if
all
she's
depends.
having issues like this, she may have to reboot her PC.
Mhm.
So it's not Chimpone. Although Chimpone has the internet drawback, right?
Where does Chimpone live? There, that they often get that. Is it really rural?
They're in like the mountainous regions, I think, or
Oh, really?
like rural area of West Virginia. So
Okay.
they had to get the Starlink Elon Musk thing. So they got a little bit better internet now.
Self-driving internet, yes.
So a quick question: Miss Uber XL's daughter had something moved up because of the hurricane. I know they're in a coastal area, but they're not.
No, they're in Virginia. So I
yeah,
think it
that's what I
might
was saying, I
be
think-
some event that's related that's affected by Florida somehow, right? So but they're
Okay.
definitely in Virginia. So
That's what I thought. I thought they were coastal, but I thought they were middle of the country. So
yeah, they're in the Richmond area, the capital of
Yeah,
Virginia.
yeah.
That's not really coastal. Virginia
All of
Beach
our
is,
best to Florida. I've been, I do tech support of some medical facilities that are there,
yeah.
and you know, I was working remotely already because, boy, this decade's been one thing after another.
All right. Well, inviting you to the games, the match.
All right, ready to go when
Hey.
when everyone else
lobby
does.
now. So just. Yeah, so the players are here. I just don't see you guys just yet.
I have not received an invite.
That's
Yeah.
weird. So maybe
Oh.
it's Battle.net doing it.
No, it said it received an invite, then that invite was canceled,
What?
Hmm.
like instantaneously. Try to re-invite me.
Oh, it says already been invited to a game. So.
You might need to leave the store screen.
I'm on the
You are?
splash screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Try it again.
Yeah.
Right,
Or you can
wrong.
just click on my name on there
Yep.
and see if you can.
Yeah,
join.
there should be a
you go.
join game button next to their names.
Cool, cool. All right. So
Okay,
we're just
yeah.
waiting for
Invite to game.
one more here, and then we'll be there, guys. We're gonna give this a try again.
Yeah.
The people watching, thanks for your patience on this. There it is. War Bunnies is here.
Sometimes the hardest part of computer game is getting the game to boot up.
Yeah.
Been that
Doesn't
way
matter what
today.
genre it is. Hey, bunnies, remember boot discs? Did you ever have to use those?
Yes, I did.
Aye. Okay.
Super excited.
Well, we won't see about that. Might have a matchup.
And there was much rejoicing. Take it away, David.
And we are off. In the upper right, the light blue Protoss. She is.
This is Uber XL.
And in the lower left, the dark blue Taran. We have.
Chien Pone.
Alright, Taran versus Protoss. If there was ever a match that people like to complain about, we're getting into it right now.
I think people like to complain about all the matchups.
Oh,
But-
absolutely.
Because it's never your fault that you're bad. But I told you, look at that. Right off the bat, it's a proxy. Chimpone
Yeah,
is
you
pushing the
think-
action.
Now, based on the position, I'm expecting Reapers. Yep.
Ooh, I'd expect Reapers, but it's code B, so I expect anything.
Reapers are, you know, defending against Reapers takes a lot of control, but so does attacking with them. You do
Right.
not want them standing stationary.
Second
You
ranks.
want them, yep,
Maybe?
one would expect.
He has the money.
Yeah,
Oh, there it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be 2-Rax Reaper. It could be Marauder. It's been very, very
I
popular.
see that the buildings are very close to the Nexus. That can be advantageous against Reapers.
Yeah, she's kind of set up for it. She's got the extra pylon out early, but she's got drops the core. She grabbed her gases a little early. But,
I've seen engineering bay from Chinpon, but no orbital yet.
I don't know what the engineering bay is there for.
Props to the engineering bay. We are getting next level, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, usually if an engineering bay is being built in enemy territory, it's to block something.
Yeah, it is Reapers. Well, it's one Reaper.
One Reaper. And nothing out yet. There's Zealots.
They're tech labs. Tech lab and reactor. Huh.
Okay.
And he's gonna get a lot done with this because she's following a Zealot. This one Reaper is gonna.
Well, the Reaper takes a lot of attention. One of the big tricks is making sure that you're still building things at home while this is going.
He hasn't built a worker in a while.
Yeah, these workers are staying pretty idle on the part of Uber itself. And Zealot is
running across the map.
Maybe. Or maybe defending the front. I mean, one thing you gotta say, if the barracks are all up... No, it looks like the Zealot is just gonna be defending the ramp, the natural.
She needs to start another unit.
I think they're both... Yeah, they're both having a little bit of trouble. Number one, paying attention to the units that are in this fight. Number two, actually building things while this is happening.
A Zealot is not the right unit here.
No, it isn't. Usually,
And anything besides this, though, slow Zealot can't catch a Reaper.
Yeah, Stalkers are nice, Adepts are nice. Adepts tend to be able to make quicker work of them, and keep up with them using the Shade without having to get an upgrade. Now, the Stalkers have more health. And,
he decided this is his natural. He's got Stim going and 2 Marines, and this is his natural base.
Yeah, still not doing anything with the engineering bay. Not upgraded anything yet.
Yeah.
But I think instead of following up with more Reapers, we're going to be seeing M&M, Marine Marauder.
Miss Uber XL, with all that worker killing, she's actually up a worker.
Yep. It's the lesson Winter loves to impart, which is, if you kill a bunch of workers while you're harassing and you don't build any workers, you're not the one hurting more.
Right. Oh, she gonna get it?
Boy, I don't think so. Unless there's anything. Oh no.
Tap it once. Tap it. Oh.
Yeah, those. Just a probe hit.
Use F2.
Now, yeah. All right.
Yay,
okay, very good. Now the trick.
Marine ball is getting out of hand.
Exactly.
Reapers. Money.
Yeah, Reapers and Protoss shields have something in common. They regenerate. They start regenerating after a certain amount of time they've gone without taking any damage, and they stop regenerating if they do take damage. Now, do you think we're going to have the legendary planetary fortress rush coming right up?
That is what this is. It's a planetary fortress rush. But he doesn't need that.
No, he could probably just march in. So that was what the engineering bay was for, so that he had access to the planetary fortress upgrade. And while this is going...
Planetary fortress is too far away to...
Yes, Mrs. Uber itself could just keep her distance from there.
Wait, she's attacking her own pilot. Whoops.
This is rough. I mean, when you're seeing stuff that you don't expect, it can take its toll on how accurately you can click. It can take its toll on your decision making.
Yeah, she just needs to back away.
So,
back away.
Yeah.
Back away. Oh, no,
and we saw something similar to this last week with the cannon rush. If the cannons aren't in range of anything, there's no reason to sacrifice units against it.
Meanwhile, in the natural, his big Marine Marauder ball, which is actually the problem, is going to come and kill her right now.
Right, the Marines and Marauders can move, and they've got stims, so they can actually move very fast too.
Right, this game's over. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, he's dancing. He's dancing.
Oh. I mean, it paid off, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And here's the deal with cheese, you know? It's a lot of defending against it is knowing the right way to counter it, how to address it. And sometimes if you don't know, all you can do is urgently just throw anything you have at it, which usually just makes you more vulnerable.
It's very true.
So guys, game 2 is gonna be a little bit of a smaller map. Now, in between the games, there's a chance for coaching. So I think Cyan is probably helping her out a little bit and
They've
saying,
both
"Hey,
got family in the household."
yep," saying, "Hey, you probably should do this or that." Safe to say, she probably has not seen that strategy.
Probably not.
Not on ladder.
And it's not something you see at the very top leagues either. A combination proxy, bio, and planetary fortress rush.
Yeah.
It's interesting because the game is very different with different skill sets. That
Absolutely.
wouldn't work in Diamond. That wouldn't work, but it was beautifully done for
You know
Silver
who does
League
it?
game.
Someone does it. Ruff does it.
Oh, I've seen Ruff do that, but not.
Yeah. It's hard to pull off, of course. Like it's happened to me before too.
Yeah, you would usually want to do it well before you have a whole army of bio.
Right. That's.
The thing is, we saw it, 2 planetaries shooting each other in one of the FSL games in the Code S League. Remember that? With
Yes, I
Hurt in
do.
Time and so-and-so. So,
Yeah.
it's not super crazy.
Here,
but,
bunnies, let me invite you.
Well, it canceled the lobby again, so I'm gonna do the join game. Oh.
Yeah, just join game each time. All right.
Yep.
Now, I find it pretty unlikely that Chien Pon is going to go for the exact same strategy, but if this is what he's been practicing against the computer.
If it works, it works.
Is he going random?
Should I ask?
We can ask.
Yeah, let's just double check because he was at
Might
random.
be. I mean, he's practiced with at least 2 of the races, maybe more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We have random
Here it
versus
is.
Protoss,
We got
so this is
random,
going to be even
guys.
less
Game
predictable.
2. Handing it over to you guys.
And what this means is there's only a 1 in 3 chance that he's even going to have the option to Planetary Fortress Rush again.
Chimpone is very aggressive, and random is a good race to do these random cheeses with. So, if it's Zerg, I expect 12 volt. If it's Protoss, I expect
I agree with you. I don't think he's planning to take any prisoners. Okay, let's see what we got. We got, in the lower left, the teal Protoss. She needs to make up a game. It is.
This is Uber XL.
And in the upper right, once again, as Taran, we have the blue random.
Chien Pon.
All right. Now we get to see if we were correct in expecting the unexpected, maybe. And you see an immediate
She's
scout.
scouting.
Yep. She wants to see, number 1, what race he's playing as. Number 2, whether he's up to something sneaky.
He rallies his probes a little early to the
The
geyser.
SCVs, yeah. It pays to let them mine a couple more times before then. But then
barracks
again,
is
you don't risk
home.
forgetting. Okay, we do have a barracks in the main base, so we have a more traditional build. Immediately pauses to keep the probe out of the base, I see.
Yeah. So he's
And
repairing
back
it.
home.
Oh, okay. It looked like he was. It went back to building his building.
Alright. We have Gateway and Assimilator, pretty straightforward. No mining from the gas yet. And another early pylon. Sometimes it pays to wait a little bit on the second one.
She needs to build her core right now. Core.
Yeah, you don't... Really, no matter what, you don't want to depend on slow zealots.
Right.
I mean, unless you
Second
have
gateway.
3 gateways. Okay, yeah.
And 4.
Yep.
Come on. Oh, I don't know where she's going. 2 gates. Oh, maybe early Nexus?
Chasing that SCV off, that's for sure.
Get him.
Oh. Yep. And that's
Oh.
one way to get a probe in, but it's also a way to get a probe out. Now that's damage on the Marine that is not going to heal until there's a medevac out, but that usually doesn't matter.
Do you think
Just
she
pretty
missed?
little damage.
Do you think she messed up and that was the gateway was supposed to be a core?
I'm really not sure. But we're also not seeing any new build-ins on the Taran side either. Okay, expand.
Oh, yep. He's slapping it
And
down.
he is, yep.
2 zealots.
Tianpon is also expanding, and he's got his orbital,
Oh, there's the
in
core.
process. Okay.
She accidentally rallied her her
Yeah.
workers into the.
That's one of the risks of rallying somewhere other in your minerals.
I never do that because I
Yeah.
screw that up so much.
I don't trust myself with it either.
Yeah, whenever I'm playing Zerg, Greenpire is always like, "Oh, now rally this and rally." No. I'll grab one, and I'm not fancy for rallies.
Exactly. Rally the next one over to your ramp, and then as soon as that one's built, switch the rally back to that. Let's just make it simple.
Yep. These 2 extra zealots are gonna set back the unit she needs to chase away that one Reaper.
Gonna take up minerals and supply.
Yeah. But she's building stuff.
So
Reaper's
far,
gonna
we
come
got
in.
2 attack units on both sides.
F2.
So let's see.
F2. Yay! Grab him.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Keep F2ing.
Yeah,
You got all these units. Keep moving them.
what you really want to try to do is surround the Reaper
Right. F2.
and cut off its escape as well. But
Or just stand there.
yeah, it's one option. She does have a couple stalkers on the way.
See, when he does all of this stuff, she's still building workers, and he's
Yeah.
actually not. So
Right. Both their focus is in her base, and if her focus is on her base, she can keep building. It really pays. Yep.
She's building stuff, and he is not. So
Really pays to add your production structures to a control group,
yeah,
so you don't need to be looking at your town to build.
F2. There you go.
Oh,
Just
I think this. Yeah, that does it.
Ooh, ends it.
All right, that is a moral victory. And
Yeah.
gee, what are we at for workers right now?
22 to 16. So she's way ahead, even
Yeah.
with all that murder. He didn't do anything at home, so it kind of put her back. He only has the 1 barracks, and she's got the 2 gateways, which
So starting up on a factory and on concussive shells, as
Yeah.
if the zealots aren't slow enough right now.
yeah, Miss Uber XL is spending her money very nicely.
Chianpon's natural has no workers on it yet either.
Well, he just put it down.
No, true enough.
He dropped some mules, and he is not building any workers.
All right, so we are. I don't think that would block off the Reaper jump, would it?
I think it.
But the Reaper phase is probably over anyway. Don't they go up in a different spot? The map maker for this did not have the goodwill to mark the Reaper jump spots.
I don't think it does, but the interesting thing is if she just F2'd across the map, I think she'd guarantee to win the game right now.
It
But
can really, scouting isn't just about figuring out what's coming for you. It's also about seeing if you've got an opening. And
Right.
sometimes you have no idea. It feels like you're losing, feels like you're behind, but the other person sacrificed too much attention and too much supply. And moments like that, it really pays to make the most of it, to, exploit that.
He's got a lot of money built up, but he's still only on 16 workers. He's now building 2 more SCVs, which is good, but she's sitting at 41, 42 now.
Yeah, she's got twice the workers.
Yeah, she's really powering up. I really like what she's doing. The little pylon field so she doesn't get supply blocked. Is that 6, 5 going up? 6, 7, 8?
5, 6
No.
now, yeah.
She's got them all rallied up.
She has taken no chances of getting supply
No more
blocked.
supply blocked.
And you
Screw
see
supply blocked.
her buildings are all overlapping to some extent too, as far as the power fields go. There are no Artosis pylons inside here.
Right, it's really well done. She should maybe get a little bit of tech. Oh, it's a cyclone.
Yep, one cyclone.
I bet
I
it's gonna
mean,
get
if
a
it's, I'm really concerned. Like after the Reapers, why no DBs?
DBs. What's DBs? Is that DTs? That
Might be that's something we might want to ask afterwards.
F2.
Why
F2.
no databases? Maybe I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, classic there. Accidentally A-clicked on the blocking rocks. But I'm,
Stalkers
you know,
run
as
that
far
down?
as no,
They run the
no,
same
but
speed.
yeah, I'm a little concerned about using something like a Cyclone. We saw him miss so much production when he was using the Reapers that I don't think micro-heavy units are going to benefit him as much as if he just focuses on building up. There's a second Cyclone.
Yep. Stargates. 3
Oh,
Stargates.
yeah.
4 Stargates. I like it.
You see, this is our kind of Protoss, isn't it?
Yes.
A lot of Void Rays.
Yep. 4 Void Rays at a time. She needs to get the speed she needs to get speed going, but she's got a third base, macroing around beautifully. I really like what she's doing.
Yep.
I think
she needs to get the Void Ray speed going, and if Chienpo's is planning to defend with Cyclones, they're going to need mag field accelerators. But
yeah, she's got she hasn't reset saturated her workers to the mineral line. Oh, they're just gonna.
now, in this kind of capacity, when you're talking about harassment, Cyclones are really more effective if they choose a specific target, snipe it down, go away, come back, snipe something else. Especially if it's something stationary, like like a tech structure or a pylon, especially.
Yeah. 4 Void Rays at a time.
Now, Chienpon right now over 4,000 minerals in the bank.
Yep. Still
really could use some more production. I don't see anything building right now.
Nope, nothing on the production tab.
And we are almost to twice the supply on the Super Excel side too.
Yep. And he's getting good value from these cyclones running around, but the attention is a very, very valuable.
Yep, the third resource or fourth one or whatever.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah, that's your minerals and your supply, and they're not doing any good if you're not actually building.
Yep.
And meanwhile,
look at the minerals. She's spending all her
Her
minerals.
bank.
Yep.
Might pay to have an actual rally point for those Void Rays, but that's a pretty small quibble.
Yeah, F2 grabs up.
Got a fleet beacon on the way too.
Yeah, she's. Except for upgrades, she's playing a really, really solid game.
Yeah,
that's a little army running.
We have a little army. Yeah, very much so. Now the Void Rays, they can get some pretty big bonuses against the Marauders and the tanks. And I believe the Cyclones as well. Let me see. Are they? Yes, Cyclones are armored. So as long as she, honestly, to tell you the truth, even if she is hitting Marines with the Void Rays, I don't think it's going to matter. She outnumbers this army by so much, and out-techs it, and that's.
You turned on the micro.
Yep, prismatic alignment.
It's the micro button.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
I will have to remember
micro
that.
Or unmicro. Now she should do a warping set because she's got all those, and go across the map and bop them.
Yep.
She's
if your opponent just lost an entire attack force, usually means that they've got a lot less than you back home. As if they lost it and you didn't anyway.
Yeah.
And I see, there's an in-base orbital that I'm assuming is going to get flown to a different expansion, but Miss Supercell already has her third, and is.
No, that's a base defense. She's getting speed flux veins, which is really nice.
She is.
3 carriers at a time.
Yeah, and I don't think Chienpon even has any answer to carriers, even if he did outnumber it. Marines, I mean, they can snipe carriers if they outnumber them enough, but it takes some micro, and you definitely want to be able to control what you're targeting.
Yep.
Still, I mean, even if she isn't attacking, she's got a lead, and that lead is growing.
Yeah,
Not going to be long before she is completely maxed out.
Yeah, if she did a warp-in, she could pretty easily hit it right now.
Oop.
Robo for detection.
Robo, probably for detection, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case there are some banshees and/or ghosts coming in, but I doubt there will be.
I think she only has one of her. She's chronoed a couple times, but only off of her main Nexus.
Yeah, I do see
But-
the Nexi or Nexus. I mean, most of her Nexus are maxed out in energy. Yeah, did we just?
Did I drop? Nope.
No.
Super XL.
Okay, well, let's hope her connection snaps out of it because she's in a really good position.
Yeah, we should continue from replay.
Continue from
not,
replay.
Right?
Well, because continuing from replay is fun.
Yeah,
Okay. Here, let's 1, 2, 3. We want land. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Well,
Ah.
we do have
Some of the
land
kids in
coming
the
up.
audience might. Oh, it is going to be glorious, and you know, if Mrs. Uberxell and Chinpon clash with each other there will be no question about lag.
There's 2 liberators moving to the south. I think they're going to set up into liberation mode and quickly look at this. Look. Setting up. They're going to kill those gas workers again.
Okay.
And let's see her response.
Yeah, you
Still
gotta pull pretty
nothing.
quickly.
Oh, and they run away.
Okay.
But she's gonna F2 after them.
You know, he who lives and runs away lives to live another day, or maybe he doesn't actually. Whoa.
No,
Okay.
he lollygagged too much. And killing the workers just frees up her supply to really just
Actually, yeah. I mean, honestly, at this
There was
point,
one that. Oh, you gotta kill this guy too.
got
Oh,
over
there she goes.
2,000 in the bank. Frankly, losing workers is probably a benefit to her at this point.
Yeah. And I think she's decided that she's had enough of this guy dancing on her. Oh, no. I thought she did.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you know, as you're learning the game, it can be very scary to fully commit to an attack.
Someone else is lagging out again. It's
No,
her
it's-
again.
That's
Oh no!
Yeah, come on, you can do it.
Chimpone's actually sneakily making his way back into the game, but his tech.
A little.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't. Marines versus Void Rays, pretty good advantage. Marines versus carriers, you really gotta be able to take the fight correctly. If they waste too much time attacking interceptors, or if they die too quickly, you know, they really have to act fast, taking the individual carriers out.
And having a little bit of zealots, even slow zealots underneath,
Mm-hmm.
will be able to get those
All
swipes.
right.
Back.
All right, come on. I never
Come on.
gave up on you, Kerrigan. Don't you give up on us.
Wait, she F2'd back into her base, and nope, now she's F2'ing back around. And it looks like she's going. Yep. Oh, and they're picking up too. It looks like they're going to be... This might be a base trade? Nope, he's dropping... I don't know. What's he doing?
He's dropping his base, you know. Making sure he doesn't get too much money. I don't know. I think he was considering a drop
they're
and
picking
then...
back up?
Okay.
Oh, he's going to run right into her fleet.
Oh man, if they get killed, yeah, they could easily die before... Okay, he's starting to drop them, and he's doing pretty well, making sure that the drops happen before his Marines, but... Yeah, this is, they can take things out pretty quickly. You know, this is classic Sky Toss. This is just a bunch of things hovering forward and just stepping over anything that moves.
Yep, and she's at... this is a rare time. It's really close to quadruple the supply.
Hey, yeah.
You don't get to see that every day.
Not every day, but thankfully we're in the FSL, baby.
GG, and we get a decider match.
Absolutely, we do. Now, I gotta say, those were 2 very different games.
They were, and it really showed off the skill of both player. Chimpone actually has really good micro, and Miss Uber XL had really good macro that game. 76
It
workers.
was both sides of the coin, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I like the. I personally rooting for the slow moving macro Protoss, but that might just be me. But I'm really glad to see. I'm kind of curious to see how this third game goes.
Absolutely.
Third game's on Data C, guys.
Data C indeed.
A bigger map.
Bigger map, a lot more narrow passageways is, the first thing I always think of with that.
I
think it's definitely a map where air has some advantages. We had to get Chienpon back in.
Has joined.
He's still on camera.
Yeah,
okay, there we
he's
go.
here.
Ooh. Protoss versus Protoss.
Oh.
Watch out for the cannon rush. Here he goes.
Cannon rush.
And I think that's the first thing she's thinking about too.
Yeah.
Cannon rushes stick with you, man. You see them when you close your eyes afterwards.
There's the one map in the 3-player pool where you can guarantee to cannon rush. And man, I hate that map just because of it. And it's only happened a couple times to that unblockable cannon rush spot, but
and yet the trauma
continues. It does. It'll only happen once, but where they put that pylon down, you can't get down there.
Season 6.
Do you know the name of that map for the viewers?
Are you talking about the one with where there's like a pocket with 3 that's protected with rocks?
Yeah, but one side's protected with rocks, one's not. Oh, anyway, back to the game.
Okay. In the upper right, the teal Protoss. This time it is.
This is Uber XL.
And on the left, the now purple Protoss, we have
Chienpon.
This is the moment of truth, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the third match of 2 of 3, a best of 3.
Where is this probe going?
Northward?
It's taking a route. It's like avoiding
yeah.
the overlords. That's what it's doing.
Maybe.
Or maybe
I
avoiding
mean, the entrance
real
is up
scouts.
there, so it's not as inefficient as it looks when you first peek, but yeah, it is. Oh, boy.
It's definitely a proxy of some sort.
Yep. So we have Chienpon, who has both switched races and colors, and we'll see what happens here. I don't know if it might be a cannon rush to deny the expansion, or it might just be...
Not a cannon rush.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I think this is going to be proxy 4-gate.
Mm.
If I had to guess...
That's what it's looking like, since we got a gateway and not a forge.
Right, he's got his 3 probes hanging out at the...
Mm-hmm. So probably wants to go with stalkers then?
I suspect...
Yeah,
It's hard. It's hard because... in this level, it's hard to get a read on what they're doing, because it's not as, like... on the pro level, you can tell, oh, he held the probe off for 10 seconds. It's going to be this build. But here, you just kind of have to wait and see a little bit.
Absolutely. And, there's something special about those innocent days.
Built his core?
Yep.
What was the point of sending the probe across the map this early if it's going to sit?
Yeah, that is one of the things. If you're going with a proxy, usually you want to save that proxy pylon for just a little bit later.
Well, that was his first pylon, but now it's his third, and he still only has 1 gateway. And she's pumping on 2. Her cyber's a little behind his, but I don't think...
Now, if that zealot actually finds the probe in the pylon, it might be able to do something, but...
she's gonna keep him at home. That's the way she plays.
Oh, proxy void battery, you think, huh?
Yes. That is what this is. Okay.
And
so that's a
I
thing.
don't know if this is something that she's dealt with before or not.
Yeah, so she needs to start pumping stalkers.
Exactly. If you want to think of a unit that doesn't work well against void rays, Zealot are pretty high up on the list, aren't they?
Yes. Now here's the thing: is this is again a time where we have to ask her. Since she's playing these early rounds, I've noticed this a bunch of her games. If she just F2'd across the map at the 3-minute mark, 30% of her games should win just
Well, especially
now.
if someone's proxying and they've got no production at home.
He has nothing at home.
Exactly. And this is a pattern with him.
Yep. Like, it's gonna be 3 stock. I mean, if she sees this coming and cancels her,
Oh, there we go.
she saw the probe, but she didn't see the probe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But it was interesting. She scouted last match, but not this one.
Yep. So she's
we
gonna
have
lose the
3
Nexus.
stalkers.
She just cancel that.
Now, what she and Pone is going to try to do is anytime the Void Ray is starting to take shield damage, fall back to within range of the batteries. And the big trick for Mrs. Uberxell, don't fight
by the batteries.
Void
Run away!
Ray in range. Yeah.
Run away!
And you want to try to force that Void Ray to go over open ground too.
This is about as bad as can happen. Oh, and she's not
they're
building
not getting
while
anything
she's
done.
Oh, I think she got cheesed out again because she didn't build anything.
All she did was shield damage, and that got healed instantly. So
yeah, you should send her 2 zealots across the map. She warped in
well,
someplace.
I'll do more good there than here anyway. But
yeah, but the 2 Void Rays beat 2 Stalkers.
Absolutely.
Oh, I think she's dead.
You know, that's the other thing. When the Void Rays do their prismatic alignment, you want to back away from them until that wears out.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is game.
She did so good. She had him. Nuts.
Taran cheese followed by Protoss cheese.
I'm always rooting for the parents.
Let's bring him in.
All right.
Questions.
We had a nice competitive 3 games. Mr. Uberxell getting some really good macro done. She and Pone with some very aggressive cheese the other 2 matches. I think my first question is, Chin Pone, you asked her no DBs. Was that a typo of DTs or databases?
No. I was saying I was sad that Cyclones exist and not Diamondbacks.
Oh, okay. That what the joke is. All right. Diamondbacks, originally known in the alpha as Cobras. Look it up, people. It's interesting trivia, and you can still play as them in campaign and co-op. So, Chianpone, you had a couple cheeses ready to go, and then did those move along pretty much as planned?
Yeah, pretty much.
And what was the strategy in game number 2? Did you...
Pretty much just macro.
Okay.
Ms. Uberxell, you did wonderfully in the second game. Your macro was really humming along. And in the third game, you were actually macroing beautifully again. It just got tripped up a little bit with where you fought. Otherwise, I think you would have handled it with ease. Have you been practicing again? I know this opponent is cheesier than the one that you were ready for. Do you think later in the season you'll be ready for a little bit more cheese?
I don't know if I'll ever get used to the cheese. It throws me off no matter what. I mean, I knew he was going to do it the third game because he went Protoss. So I knew it was coming, and I'm just not... I don't play that way, so I don't know how to respond to it.
I know one observation we made was you tended to start out with Zealots, and Zealots tend not to get very efficient until they've been upgraded to have charge.
Yep.
So a lot of players do like to wait until they've got the Cyber Core units ready to go.
But actually, if you would have fought that Void Ray not over his batteries but over your base, if you would have just pulled back, both games you lost with the cheese, you lost. I think the first game he actually macroed really nicely, and I think you would have lost no matter what. But the third game, that he cheesed you. You had him. If you would have just pulled back, let it go, and let that Void Ray fight to you instead of you go to it. I think, and just send your Zealots across the map. He had nothing across the map. So
yeah, I didn't realize on my camera. I didn't realize till at the last second that he had the energy thing, whatever it's called. I don't know all the terminology,
Field
but
battery.
yeah, he had that over there, and I was like, oh, duh, no wonder why I'm not killing him. But the first game, my husband messed with my mouse, so I couldn't stay on my screen. Like it was too loose, so I was like, oh my god,
touching your stuff. And now Chien-Pon. So yeah, you definitely have some tricks up your sleeve. Throughout the season, should we expecting more tricks?
Maybe.
Maybe. Alright, spoken like a true cheese lord. I love it.
Well, KJ, do you have anything you wanted to add?
How about some coaching? Do you receive any coaching, Miss Uber XL? Because I know Chien-Pon does.
Tonight I did. They came over here. Both of my stewards came over here and was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe." On the second game, my son was like, "Oh my god, I had to walk away. I thought you were gonna quit at the second." I was like, "No, I was about other base trying to make more stuff." But
yeah, you look pretty good. I think honestly, just a couple of things, as War Bunny said, you probably would have won all the games. So it's easy to fix. Easy to watch the VOD, and looking forward to how you adjust the next few games.
Really, the trick with defending that stuff is just to know ahead of time some of the things you can do to take an advantage. And the other trick, of course, is just doing what you can to tell when it's coming.
Not panic.
Not panic. Easier said than done, but boy, when you pull it off, it pays off. Ugh.
That's right. Well, we'll see you guys next time, and congrats, Chien-Pon, for the win. And
yeah.
Keep practicing.
Good games, both of you. That was very interesting.
All right.
Thank you.
See you guys later. So, while they hop off, we do have our next match, but I'm not sure if our opponent is ready outside of deep. Okay, he is ready. So we just need him back on. Let's go see. So while we're getting them back on, we're just gonna show you guys that next match, and that would be Code A, Deepu versus Noob Lord. And we just need Noob Lord back on Discord. So let's take a 5-minute break while we get him back on Discord, because
hey,
we gotta get that sorted out before we do anything, right? All right, we'll be right back.
Sarah, what have you done?
Kerrigan, the die you cast. This is the last day. Your swarm darkens the sky of any planet.
Forget Minsk. Forget all of it.
When we are done here, I will return to my people and accept their judgment.
Command, we've found Kerrigan. She's holed up in a Zerg base.
I made my peace long ago.
Consider it done. For ire. Indeed.
We do have Zergling speed for Kitty Cat Gamer, so she can maybe do like a Ling run by, but actually I'm not sure that we're going to get to that point, as there's only one Queen against 3 Zealots with 2 more coming in. A few Zerglings popping out, but it's really just a trickle at this point, and I'm not sure that's going to be enough. And yeah, absolutely decimating the drones now as they do try to run, which is good, but I'm just not sure it's going to be enough. how are you going to clean up 5 zealots with just a trickle of zerglings coming out? And he's just clicking the hatchery. He's like, you can run your drones all day long, but I've yet to see a hatchery get up and walk away. And actually now going for the drones as they are continuing to mine, not running this time. And it looks like Chianpone with the non-proxied 2-gate zealot is going to manage to pull it out. As there falls the last drone of Kitty Cat Gamer. It's just a handful of lings left. She does have a sizable bank, but I don't think she's ever going to be able to clear up all these zealots. And GG is called. No shield batteries, so no overcharge, imba charge, whatever you want to call it. Oh, there we go. A day late and $1 short, I think, though, as the batteries are only now dropping. Now that the roaches are wandering into the natural base, they do get canceled almost immediately. 23 roaches being made behind this. Oh my goodness. And the roaches are just chasing the stalkers for the rest of eternity. Actually getting some injects off as well as Kitty Cat Gamer. Very impressive. Depowers one of the gateways. So there will be no reinforcements here shortly. So those gateways are getting killed. Just sending a handful of roaches to keep the stalkers busy, and the rest of the roaches ripping through Chianpone's base. And it's not looking good for him here. 82 army supply out of Kitty Cat Gamer, who is just continually producing roaches and sending them across the map. Only 2 stalkers remain, and they're getting rapidly cornered by these roaches. A good effort out of Chianpone in Game 2, but Kitty Cat Gamer, it looks like, will be able to tie up the series here. Unless this stalker is the greatest stalker to have ever lived, which I kind of doubt. And now the probes are being pulled, but probes against roaches are not a very pretty sight if you are a Protoss player. And even going to depower the very last gateway, so that is all the army that you're going to see out of the Protoss this game. There you have it. GG is called. Army that's, you know, able to match that of Kitty Cat Gamers. But as it is, he's not spending it because he doesn't have enough production. There we go. Finally adding on more gateways, but it's too little too late. I fear she's going for the natural, which is where his army is. If he could maybe target down like the overseers, that would be huge, but I don't know that he's going to be able to. And oh, she's charging in. Very good out of Kitty Cat Gamer to stutter step forward. Really needs to do that. The overseers are not in range, so those DTs are actually doing some pretty good work. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. The immortals are falling. Oh, and he actually stutter step back into the view of the overseers, which means, yep, the DTs are now falling as well. And there you go. I mean, it's the macro. That's really what it comes down to. And, yeah, charging through Chianpone's base now is Kitty Cat Gamer. He's got 1 Colossus that he's trying to micro, but Colossi are not good enough, especially against this number of roaches. And it looks like Kitty Cat will be able to push through here. I mean, even just like 2 or 3 shield batteries might have been the difference in that fight, but did not make them, and thus will be falling in this series, it looks like. Yeah, slow warping in Stalkers. Stalkers are not what you need here, unless you could somehow target down the Overseers, but they're being held back pretty far. So, very well played out of both players. Kitty Cat Gamer charging through and absolutely annihilating. Has, I would say, pretty clearly stronger macro than Chianpone. Chianpone has some good aggression, but Kitty Cat Gamer has very good macro for her league, and has absolutely killed it in this series whenever she could macro. And we see that here as she pushes through and manages to clean up the main base of Chianpone. He's desperately trying to do warp ends to defend, but it's not going to be enough. Fighting to his last breath, however. And, I mean, he did manage to win some fights that, going into, I don't think anyone really expected him to win or even survive from. Down massively in army supply, but able to have those positioning wins to allow him to survive nonetheless. But there falls the Colossus. A handful of DTs being warped in, but... Oh, and he almost killed the Overseers, but not quite. So those DTs are not going to be able to accomplish much of anything. And GG is called. Well played, says... hop into the main base and
All right,
win the
we're
game
back.
here. But
We are back. We're back. We're back. Let's bring in our co-casters. It looks like War Bunnies is here. And Hyper Turtle stepped away just for a second, but we also have our 2 players that's coming on. So let's go talk to them. I think you can start the interviews. So we have here our Code A matchup. War Bunnies. What do you think, man? What do you think about this?
So I'm excited to meet Nooblord and get a little background about him.
That's right.
From him.
So why don't let's go talk to him. Nooblord, can you hear us fine?
Yeah, the volume's a little weak, but I'm here.
All right, that's fine. So tell us about yourself and your StarCraft journey, because you're a rookie.
Yeah, I am. I played the game for about 7 months, and I'm just going back from a 9-month hiatus.
Nice. And where are you located, by the way?
I'm in the Philippines.
Oh, got it. Okay. So we're no stranger to that region. Mizel is playing from there. So, what race did you start playing, and did you stick to it?
Yeah, I started playing. I played a little bit of Brood War back then when comm shops were a thing here in the Philippines. So I started with Protoss. I played a little bit of Taran back then, but Protoss just seemed more like the type of mechanic that stuck with me.
Got it.
Having
Okay.
a frontline tank like Zealot, and then having back then what do you call this? The units that they had before Stalkers.
Dragoons.
Dragoons, yeah, Dragoons.
Yeah, the old
as a
SC1.
backline,
Got it.
offense. Yeah,
Oh,
back
yeah.
then in SC1.
Powerful unit if you can get them to go where you wanted them to.
Got it. Well, Nooblord,
Yeah.
thanks for that intro. We do have someone that's formidable for you to face in your very first game. It's Deepu. Now, Deepu, I think your camera is a little off. Let's go see if we can kind of get that sorted out.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. I'm trying to fix it right now.
Yeah, no worries. But while you're doing that, tell us, what have you been doing? How do you feel about the new season?
I mean, I'm hyped to be back. Last season it was kind of a rough go around. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hyped right now, and I'm hyped for the Philadelphia tournament too.
That's right, you're
I'm big hyped
going.
for stuff.
So, guys,
Yeah.
you guys get to meet Deepu at the Storm Cup when he does join. So he'll be there with ET, who played in the first season of FSL. So yeah, there'll be quite a few of us FSL people there. That's good to see. So yeah, let's bring him back in here. There you go. I think it's
Yeah,
working
is the video working now?
The sound is back.
Is it working now?
This
Testing,
is
testing.
FSL. Yeah, so we're gonna re-say what we just kind of talked about. That no one. All right,
No, I
all right.
Yeah.
So the first thing is, why does KJ have a mask? Well, all right. So I don't see him on the camera, but I guess we'll just deal with it.
Yeah, I'll fix it by
Alright.
next time. Sorry. Yeah.
I see him. It just
There you
looks
go.
like
No-
he is blurred to protect his identity.
There you go. Yeah, but trust us, he's
We've all been there.
He's a human.
That's right.
Yeah,
So
I think so. Yeah.
cool. All right. So no one knows anything about Nooblord, but we do know about Deepu. Any other final questions, Hyper Turtle and War Bunnies?
I guess big question. Is your name in-game Deepu as well this time around? Looks like it is. Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. This is just the account I've been using recently.
He's a man of many names, many races, many interesting strategies.
That's
So
right.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you have to offer.
Thank you.
Nooblord, have you watched any of the VODs of FSL? Do you know
No.
what you're getting into?
No, I've heard a little bit of what I might be getting into, but I don't know how deep I am into that. If
Out of curiosity, what did you hear?
It's the type of strategy that I'm not particularly fond of.
Oh. Well,
I love to hear that. I love to hear that indeed.
This matchup looks like a faster version of what we just watched.
All right,
to be
well,
honest.
we'll go
May
see
very
it. You know
well.
what? Lots of cheeses, very fun to watch for us viewers. It's a pain in the butt for you guys to deal with, but that's how it goes. So, I'll hand it over to the casters. Good luck, have fun.
Thank you, thank you. Good luck, good luck.
Okay, this is going to be very educational because whatever madness I see here, I'm going to have to deal with further along in Code A. Oh, and we are
David, you're not
starting with Stargazer Gazers, huh?
David, you're not.
No, I'm not. Could you invite me? There we go.
Wow.
But yes, we're actually starting with Stargazer, as I don't think we've had a single match on that one so far in the season of FSL. It's
I like watching the pros play it, so it's going to be interesting to see how us less than pros play it.
Oh, absolutely. What we do to get those minerals out of the way, for one thing. And Deepu is playing Taran this time around. Against
Yes,
New
he
Blood
is.
Protoss.
Everybody's in the same channel, so we should, if the game starts, we
Oh,
should be
yeah, absolutely. We need to divide people into different lobbies. Alright, no secret here. In the upper right, the, I don't know, beige, pinkish Taran, it is! And in the upper left, we have our brand new purple Protoss. He is... Okay, let's go straight into it. What is the actual name it gives that color?
pink, doesn't it?
I don't think it calls it pink. I think it calls it something, you know, that sounds fancier. Now, we're already seeing something interesting here.
He's putting his back.
Yeah,
Does he
he's
not know?
walling the ramp that is not the one that leads to the easiest natural. So
He's not walling his. He's walling
yeah,
the
and
wrong
that's
ramp.
I've had that happen with newer maps before.
Yeah.
And then over here we've got the buildings close to the nexus for the Protoss.
Yeah, that's standard for the.
It oftentimes is, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this would give me a heart attack if I was the.
It's like,
Like,
where
I
did
don't
that
see
probe come
anything.
from?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh man, you know,
Yeah, he
quick
hasn't seen it yet.
little anecdote. There was one time I was really tired, really confused on a 4v4 map,
Yeah.
and I actually did a proxy barracks rush to one of my teammates. Thankfully, it didn't do much damage to his buildings, but yeah, and we still won the game anyway.
Yes.
You know,
yes,
we
did.
are very fortunate to have such competent teammates in our group.
Yes.
All right, so
He still hasn't seen.
laying down
he sees
laying
it
down a
now.
command center, yeah. Laying down a command center, I guess, to quick mine those minerals out of the way with.
Yeah.
Probe goes down pretty quickly, but I guess sees what there is to see.
There's no tech and nothing been dropped down, so it's 2 stalkers.
Two
but
stalkers and yeah,
Yeah.
Marines on the way in a factory building.
Yeah.
This is a very tricky opening to figure out, especially as far as deciding
think-
what's intentional and what was a minor slip up.
I think because he didn't see those buildings for so long, he assumed it was going to be a proxy cheese.
Yeah.
And he hasn't put any tech down because of it. That
I agree.
walling the wrong ramp there really, I think, helped him out.
Or accidentally canceling, your first expansion. Sometimes your opponent can see a threat where there isn't one yet. However,
Right, he's moving the 2 across the map, and
yeah, he's not
it's 3
completely walled
stalkers
off.
to 2.
Bunker is almost done. I think it is going to complete it.
Go up the ramp. Oh no!
Yeah, the moment might have gone here. Unless, now if he kills those Marines before they can get into the bunker,
Yeah. He had that too.
he can
That's
do
another
some
time.
damage to the bunker, but SCVs can repair us.
He should kill that the SCV
The
building,
SCV,
the
yeah.
depot, and
The
then move
Space
on.
Construction Vehicle.
Yeah.
For all those watching at home, that is indeed what it stands for. The T-280 Space Construction Vehicle.
An interesting bit of fact. Our
Yeah,
Protoss
we
player
got-
hasn't dropped any sort of tech yet. There we go. A
Oh,
Twilight.
he's got a Twilight Council, yeah. And then, oh, we got an
God.
SPV repairing from a more
Side.
vulnerable spot, repairing nonetheless.
Right. It's still the production here is pretty low for
I
our
think they're
Terran.
both a little bit thrown off right now. And,
Yeah.
you know, we've also talked before about some of the rust that comes with returning after not competing in this kind of thing for an entire summer, as well as returning to see a completely new map pool. Blizzard did not keep a single one of the maps from the previous pool.
Right, and it's the nerves get to you a little bit. It plays the game plays different when you're completing in a tournament than it does ladder. It just hits you way
Absolutely.
different.
And when you
that's a
make
slow warp-in right there. I would have guessed that would have touched the Nexus. I wouldn't have guessed the slow
I guess the
warp-in.
pylon isn't quite touching it, no.
No,
And it
that's-
isn't a question of whether the warp-in is within range of the Nexus. Question of whether the pylon powering that warp-in is.
Well, yeah, it would touch the Nexus. So Dupu is going the Magfield Accelerator and a bunch of Cyclones, and Charge looks like it's on the way, so it's about half done.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a handful more gateways if he's going to go Charge.
We have very similar supplies going right now, too.
Yeah.
Those Cyclones...
They're going to miss each other.
Yeah. However, yeah, I mean... Cyclones do their best if they're, if they want to back... Oh, no cancel.
He's turning around. He's turning around, too.
Now, those could potentially take out 4 of those stalkers pretty quickly.
No, he decided to go back through, which is the right call. If you're across the
Yeah,
map,
I think so. I think he can do some damage there.
Another slow warp, and that's killing him.
Yeah, I don't know if he's noticed.
Basically. Yep, it won't be slow for a bit, but... Oh, he might get caught here.
He does have a gateway within range of that pylon now. That will also convert it to...
This
I
is
think
actually
what's
the
called the super
stalker
pylon.
sneaking up on behind should
Yeah.
at least get 2 of these.
I think so, and yep, 2 of them. And they did waste a lock-on and a probe, too.
Yeah, so... Got Immortals.
What do we have up next?
Gateways.
Immortal, a couple of siege tanks on the way on the other side.
Yeah, this game is normalizing quite a bit. I'd like to see
Little by little.
Protoss has mined out the... Oh, there's the third base
Yep.
going down. In
They
the
both have that weird little pocket. The blocking minerals have been mined out. The minerals protecting the ramp have not.
Right. Playing this as a Protoss player, there's a lot of abusable airspace as an air toss player myself.
Even as a Terran.
I was going to say, as a Terran, you could... This
Liberators
little,
were dropped, yeah.
Yeah, it's very airspace vulnerable.
They've got a chasm in between them, but not not any terrain that you can have units or protective structures on.
Right, and nobody's bothered taking the watchtower, which I feel is very important on this map. Just sending a probe, as an F-tour myself, sending a probe so it doesn't walk away, to hold that, because the drops come so quickly.
Yep.
And
or even an observer that's in whatever observation mode. The observing observer.
Yes, the observing observer. Because yeah, it's so vulnerable to both. Like a warp prism gets across and drops its guys off instantaneously. You got a big move out. Does he have blink? Blink's not very far
it's
along.
only just starting.
Yeah,
and it
I
takes
don't know if
quite a
the
while,
Lakers
even with Chrono.
The charge lots
Yeah,
are going to get on the tanks, but I don't think this is too discombobulated.
I think we've got enough stuck in them. They're not hitting at the same time exactly.
Yeah, run away.
And then the wall comes right back up. So that was a lot to lose.
That was.
Keep the Immortals at least, unless the Cyclones manage to chase them down. No, I don't think so.
Immortals will get away.
Now, also, will that supply depot be saved? It's starting to burn down.
My bet's on
All depends if he
fire.
notices that, but he's microing those Cyclones right now.
Oh, he sees the observer, and he gets both the observers because he rallies both the observers at the same
Oh
time.
yes, there you go.
It
almost got out of range.
The other observer, yep.
Remember the old patch note about how annoying it is when you scan an observer, but it manages to sneak out of range in time. Something that cannot be allowed.
He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any shield batteries.
No, he doesn't. Well, I mean, he has one behind the workers, but...
One more
And there,
round
now
of
there's
zealots.
field battery going up there.
He has 27 workers in his his
Link
pocket,
is nearing
natural.
completion too.
So-
Now Taran's got a bit of a supply lead, a little bit oversaturated up there.
Yep.
So definitely time to transfer some workers, I think.
Yeah, oh, he's got the shield batteries are finally up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what we've seen so far is a lot of unsuccessful pokes from both sides. I mean, there was just a brief one with the Cyclones on the part of Deepu, but they really haven't been able to breach each other's defenses, and they haven't really tried to go around them by air.
Nope. He's gonna lose some zealots for free.
Cyclones are so frustrating.
They are. But
And he knows to keep scanning the high ground too, so the lock-ons don't get lost.
But that blink forward, he should be able to pop. Oh, keep fighting! Where are you running away from? Where are you going?
The shield battery.
Yeah, but you lost 2 guys.
Yeah.
That's an over micro. Sometimes just straight F2 is the
Yeah.
best micro you can do.
Yeah, sometimes just see
what
what happens. I think that warp prism is going.
Oh, it's a bait.
Gets the battery. Might be.
It was. Are those
Alright.
barracks? What are the
We
barracks
got-
doing up front? I don't get that. Well, I guess it's something.
Yeah, it is something.
He's long distance mining, but he hasn't put down. He's got the minerals. He could just put down an excess.
As far as upgrades go, really there's just, as far as attack and armor upgrades, there's just that one attack for Protoss.
I think Dooku's gonna overrun him right here. Just
All
the way
right,
the
right
control
now,
is going.
right now he's not sacrificing much. He just lost one Cyclone there, but
He's
and Newport has lost a lot more.
bunch.
Yeah. So,
The Immortal is gone, and that was the big damage dealer. But
oh, absolutely.
Cyclones are very fragile units. In a blink, if he
They are,
waits,
if you can catch them. Yeah,
Yes,
if you can blink at the right time, or if you got Phoenixes
these
to
are
lift them.
for these barracks are to float. That makes sense, but it's also
Okay.
silly. Just blink. If he blinks down, he kills every one of these Cyclones. Don't
Yeah.
run away. Blink at them. Blink at them. Get them. Oh,
Yeah.
you have blink. Use
What
it.
he's doing is just kind of stepping out, then stepping back, taking damage the
There
whole
you
time.
go.
There you go. I love it.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, and even if you just stood still a little while they were coming up the hill too,
Yeah.
but
A bunch of zealots from behind.
something. He does have to do something, whether it's surrounding them.
He's trading okay because Cyclones aren't free.
They're not.
The next round is gonna get here, but a little bit more production. They're both floating a lot of minerals.
That's very true. Although Taran is getting quite the supply lead by now.
Yes. But
And we
he's-
got attack upgrade 3 going for Protoss. No upgrades on the Terran side as far as armor or attack goes. But then again, he's mostly relying on the Cyclones, and he's got mag field accelerators. That's all that matters there.
Right. Charge finished. Just keep hitting them. You got 2 right there. 3. Oh. He needs to get another warp in quick. He needs to
Yeah.
keep producing. I don't think he's hotkeying his production. And I think this is going to be an overrun right here.
Yeah, I think he's broken through. There's not a lot of defense left, and shield
Right.
batteries, of course, don't do much if there isn't anything for them to heal.
Right. But if he's clever, he just gives up this base. Yep. Go to the top and build some. Yep, a bunch of charge lots. He's got a lot of things coming to on his 4th base, which Taran doesn't know about.
He could potentially surround.
Yeah, he could just bring if he warped in at his 4th base, a bunch of zealots, and just pancake this.
Yeah, make a nice little Cyclone sandwich, right?
Oh, see, now he sees it. He chased
Yeah.
it into it.
And he can depower the stuff really quickly.
The charge lots could just come through. No.
Could, but I don't see them yet.
Yeah,
We're going
he
with
didn't warp
structures
them in.
again.
I think this game is over.
Yeah, he really hasn't. Well, we're over twice the supply for Deepu.
Yeah.
So he really hasn't changed up his strategy. He's been trying to do the same thing over and over, and it's just gradually running around. Ooh.
So during that time, Deepu dropped his camera. There it is.
Honestly, I can't tell the difference, to tell you the truth. I'm sure he's going to be working on it before his next match, but...
Yeah. Ooh. Woo.
Yeah. Alright. So now we're going kind of into the more standard maps again, though. Moondance, a little bit smaller, less gimmicks in it.
Let's see. Oh, you're not in a game yet.
Nope. Are you?
No, I thought you might be.
Okay, here we go. I'm joining the lobby right now. You know, you guys might think that us casters don't have to do anything fancy during the games, but we got to get into the lobby, and it is hard.
I am excited to see this map. It's another pocket base.
Yeah.
Getting a feel for Nooblord's playstyle.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll do better on this map.
He was playing very straightforward. You know, there weren't any tricks. It was all just straight in-your-face Protoss.
Right, and Deepu plays in-your-face Taran, and I think Nooblord has a shot of macroing well on this map and just catching Deepu, because Deepu can be out-macroed.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I think this might play out just like our Code B, where they got to more of a macro map and the macro player fails. Or Deepu can have a super cheese, speaking of which.
He might. He likes to look them up. Now, in the bottom, the purple Protoss, he is...
Nooblord.
And at the top, the pink Taran. He is up one game.
Deepu.
So, one of the things that I didn't think about last game, it just hit me now. Deepu's probably playing on quite a ping disadvantage. So that type of micro game might be harder for him just because he is playing from the other half of the world. I mean, as close to the other half of the world as you could get, basically, from each other.
I guess both the Northern Hemisphere, at least, right?
I don't think
Maybe.
so.
No? Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I think the Philippines is on the south.
All right. It's time to check where the equator is. And in the meantime, we have double barracks coming up, completely walled off.
Yep. He scout this time and just checking. See if he drops anything aggressive there.
Double gateway.
He's late on his core a little bit. There it is.
Well, he does the extra gateway, yeah.
No.
So I think they're both going to be playing a little bit more defensively, at least to start out here.
This is a pretty standard 2-gate core opening. He's Mr. Chrono, but that's maybe he's holding it off to Chrono Warp Gate.
Depends. Now, this is the gimmick of this map, of course, is there's that pocket expansion, like you said, with only half resources. So what you technically kind of fall back to later on, rather than getting early.
So this might just be me, but because I've done this on this map, one of these stalkers might be stuck when it pops out. We'll have to see.
It's
so
possible.
The core was a little late. Yep.
Oh yeah. That Reaper is going to be a little happy right now.
I've done that. I've done that myself.
Yeah. And the old question: do you wait for a warp prism? Do you recall it and lose a chrono? It's these kinds of mistakes. You know, they happen to everyone, but they always sting all the more when you know that people are watching.
I think he's gonna do it with the second one too. You've got to do what you have to do when you've screwed it up. Oh, he's fixed it.
No,
There,
he got it.
Fixed it right in time. So now that Stalker's just a cannon.
Yep, but a mobile one. We do.
Not very mobile.
We do have plenty more Reapers in production, though. He's really committing to this.
Yeah. So, little fight going on over there.
Yeah. The tricky thing is Reapers. They can take the standard doorway, or they can hop up the stairs. So.
Right.
You have to try to anticipate that.
Oh, he lost one.
Oh, he got it. Yep.
Yeah. And then there's going to be
this is the sort of offense early on that can lose momentum very quickly.
Yeah.
And at this point,
he missed warp gate. He hasn't.
Also, I also don't see anything being chronoed.
No, he's used his chronos.
Yeah.
But he he'll be unsupply blocked here, but he needs to keep production going. He
does, and he preferably getting the battery tier up in the good places too.
Oh, he's going to be out of position for this hop up.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can keep switching the side that they attack from over and over. Reapers, especially in mass numbers, can be quite a headache.
Yep.
And he is not laying off. He still has 4 more in production. This
No, this looks like it's going to snowball pretty quick here, unfortunately, for our newest player.
Yep.
The Ches might be a little fine. Lots of Ches here. He's going to get a couple of them, because they can't really stand and fight. Oh, don't run. Nope.
No, they can't, but they can keep their opponents bouncing around. Oh no.
Yeah, I think the
I think we just got open.
It's interesting though.
Definitely, and
Type GG there. My bad. I was not expecting that.
All good. All right. Well, welcome to FSL moment. That's for you. You faced one of the toughest players to play on your first game, which is Deepu. So that's expected. So let's start with Deepu real quick, because I know he's having internet video problems right now.
Hey, what's up?
So Deepu, you got some very good cheeses as usual. The Cyclone looks a lot better than previously. How did you feel, coming back and trying these?
Thank you. I mean, to be honest with you, I was gonna try playing some Zerg, but then I got inspired by watching the first games and seeing the Cyclone usage there. So I was like, then yeah, that's what I want to try and do. I think it worked out pretty well. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a much shorter game too, and that was you just kept the Reapers coming there.
Yeah.
And game 1, actually, Noob Lord almost held you off, and you finally broke through. Noob Lord's shield batteries took forever to get up there in game 2. But in game 1, and then game 2, you forgot the shield batteries, Noob Lord, and you also were late on the warp gate. Were you just kind of like, so much pressure, or what was going on?
No, I got distracted by my stalker being mispositioned with the structure put there.
That's
there
right.
was a bit of a...
It is easy to get tilted when something like that happens.
That's right. All right. Any other questions, guys, for either?
Oh, I have one for Noob Lord. Were your builds just thrown off because of the nerves of playing, or are you a ground toss player? Was your plan to stick ground toss till a little bit later in the game?
I am a ground toss player that transitions to Sky if needed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and
All
then
right, well, yeah, go ahead.
Dupu had his standards. That's I guess how he plays. So, your next time around, hopefully you get to see him again in the playoffs. You'll know what to expect, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'll know a little bit more of what to expect here later on.
There's a lot of
Uh,
warming
but-
up that people do as the season goes on. It's not unusual.
Yeah.
All right.
And Deepu, I'm just curious, how familiar are you with the new map pool?
Not familiar at all, to be honest with you.
Okay, we noticed an interest in Wall in the first
Yeah.
game.
Oh, yeah. You did actually. Yeah, on that first map, I actually kind of wanted to Reapers in the first map, but then I have no clue what the maps are, so I had to go take a look real quick at the start and see. Oh, is there a Reaper? There doesn't look like it was good, and then
Yeah,
that just threw me off.
A
Yeah.
lot of people have been avoiding Stargazer as they've been picking, just because it's the least standard of the map so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't
All
know.
right. Well, you're just getting warmed up. Looking
Yep.
forward to seeing more of both of you.
All right, good games. Good game.
All right,
Yeah, good game, both of
GGs.
you. Yeah.
Okay, nice G, guys. Thank you.
All right, and so that'll do it for code A. Now we got code S coming up, guys.
We do.
Yeah, code
We get to
S.
watch the big boys play.
Yeah, so just explain to the viewers what the heck this code BAS thing is going on. What is this all about?
Code B is our lowest tier, bronze and gold mostly, I believe. I mean bronze and silver. Yeah, so code A is gold and platinum. Code S is diamond, right?
Diamond and some of them are masters.
Yeah, a
bit.
couple of them reached, or one of them reached masters at one point, but then dropped down to diamond. So yeah, they're pretty much still mostly diamond.
Yep, and then we've also got team games, which are a different ball game altogether.
Yeah.
And we do have some players who have been promoted from lower to higher leagues over the course of the seasons. So that's one of the especially exciting things, you know. You can be the top of your league and then move to the bottom of the next one, just like when you're laddering.
Yeah, I really like this this league because you get to see a variety of play styles. If you watch a lot of StarCraft, you get used to seeing just the pros play, and they play a different game than 99.9% of the rest of us.
Of the world.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
get to
that's
see
true.
regular people playing at regular people's speed and skill,
Yep.
and how it matches up in ways to improve your game. Watching Maru dance his Marines is beautiful. It's a thing of beauty, but it's something I can't learn from.
Right, and I think there's something beautiful about watching a player go Ghosts in Taran versus Taran, because they don't know, you know, no one told them not to, and boy, Ghosts are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Very good
It's
points,
like
guys.
there's so much room for creativity.
Yep.
Yeah, they're much more creative in these games than there are in professionals.
Well, our Code S match is Sir Maligant and Ghost Gent. So that is coming up. I think they're here already. So let's bring him in here.
It'll be
so we can
Protoss versus
chit-chat
Taran.
with them. Yep, Protoss versus Taran.
Hey,
Let's bring him in.
KJ, who do you think is favored on this?
Well, they're here now. So what we can do is get our picks
Okay.
after they leave. So why don't we...
So Ghost Band, who's favored in this?
Welcome, guys. Let's see if their audio is on. But Maligant, you good? Can you hear us fine? All right, so Maligant's good. Ghost Chant, you good?
Hello.
All right, welcome, guys, to another season. I'm sure you saw last week when Sir Maligant played another Terran. Were you inspired by that, Ghost Chant? And that's Vales, by the way.
No.
Not really inspired.
All
Okay.
right.
Not really.
Got it.
Not impressed. Got it.
Not impressed, or just like, his style, my style's different. Is that?
Yeah,
what do you think?
no. Like it was an impressive win. Don't get me wrong. It was a very strong showing, but not like I wasn't like, oh, that's what I'm gonna go do. No.
I
But
see.
yeah, no,
Got it.
I'm not gonna downplay. It was a strong showing. Can't downplay that at all.
All right, so Vales is on the chat. It's not that he didn't admire or was impressed by your play. It's just that he was not gonna do what you're gonna do. So that's what I got out of that. Now Maligant, You looked really rusty last week. How do you feel now?
Very rusty still.
Very rusty still.
I think I played a couple of games before,
Alright, well.
2 hours ago. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Are you still coming here with a game plan?
We'll see how it goes. I mean,
All right.
yeah.
Well.
I mean, how many times have we played Ghost Chant? I think we only had one series.
One
right?
series. One series.
Yeah, it was only one series, and we never met again. So this is
Alright,
good.
well.
Looking forward to this one.
At least you got to play 2 weeks in a row. So that's something.
I know, right?
That's something.
Hopefully, you guys give me a break. Give me a few weeks so that I can practice.
Yeah, you guys can check out the FSL schedule and you know, prepare. That's the cool thing about this league too, right? You get to prepare for your opponent. So whatever you do out there is on a VOD. There's a video of what you tried. So all right. Any further questions, Boar Bunnies, Hyper Turtle, for these two gentlemen?
I just had a question I wanted to throw around, especially because we were just discussing moving into higher leagues. For both of you, starting with Ghost Chant, can you think of a piece of advice that you've gotten about StarCraft that really made a big difference to you?
Build workers and depots.
Okay.
There you go.
Hold on, I gotta write that down.
Don't stop making workers.
Keep building workers, keep building workers, keep building workers.
Got it. Yeah. So
That's the best StarCraft advice you can get.
Seriously, that's.
That will improve your game for sure.
There you go. So Hyper Turtles looking forward to being in Code S and competing with you guys eventually. But right now they're in the 2v2 top tier, so they can give you guys advice how to play 2v2.
Man, all right.
Keep building workers.
Remind your partner to build workers.
All right. Okay, guys.
All right, I think we're ready to
That'll
go.
do it. Good luck, guys, and we'll hand it over to the casters. So we will move them out of the chat so we can, of course, cast the game.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so we have been working our way from league to league here.
I think
and we are at the top.
I think that my question was answered with Sir Maligans. I haven't practiced because if he's as rusty as he was last week, I think Ghost Chant's gotta be favored. What do you think, AJ?
Chant definitely sounded a bit more confident. I'll give it that.
You know, the way that sounded, I think it's. Oh man, I really think if Maligant was in shape, he would make a good. He could possibly win 2-1, but I think because of his rustiness, it's 1-2. So 2-1 Ghost Chant is my pick. What do you think?
I don't know. He might be trying to lull him into a false sense of security.
The Sir Maligant we saw last week, Ghost Chant 2-0s.
Yeah. We might be surprised here, but that's kind of where I'm leaning.
All right, Protoss versus Steren. Let's have some fun.
We are starting out with Cosmic Sapphire.
Woo! I really hope that Sir Maligant's slow playing it and he has practiced, and we're gonna see very aggressive and very talented person that he is. And that would make a really interesting game.
Absolutely.
But forgetting your core for 5, 10, 20 seconds isn't going to cut it against this man.
And who is this man, you might ask? He is the yellow Taran. He is...
Ghost Chant.
And his opponent, the green Protoss. He is...
Sir Maligant.
Alright.
So was there any ping advantage on either one of these players today? They're both playing from the East Coast?
I think so, but I can't say I'm actually keeping track.
I think they're both in the East Coast. So either way, I mean, as long as even if it's California versus East Coast, right? It's not the ping is what, not too much, not a big deal.
No, it's not like the Philippines. So
Yep.
We have a probe headed out pretty early. I think it's just gonna scout. It doesn't. This map has got all those destructible rocks, so it's hard to tell if it's taking a sneaky past.
Weird little zigzag if you don't destroy them.
Yeah.
Very lot of square set, a lot of little rectangles around here, and of course a natural that is not on high ground.
Yeah, that I think that favors the Taran. You can put your tanks in the third, and if you get high ground vision, you can really kind of abuse it. Maru picked on a map like this a couple seasons ago. I can't remember which one it was, that he'd get a little spot over here and just pound away.
It's
That's
a
an
weird one.
interesting scout that Sir
Yeah.
Malignant took. He scouted the 4th, looking for something. I don't know what it is. His
I don't know. We got
one
Taran
gate.
already expanded.
Oh, a second gate a little late. Is he gonna put down a Stargate? Oh, Twilight.
High ground means a big thing on this map. There are all those little rectangular dips in the middle.
Yeah.
And it can be easy to not take those into account when you're engaged in another army. Oh.
Depth first.
Go along to the SCV there.
Yeah. Ghost Chance got an SCV. I think it's rallied back, but he has his wall up. It's kind of hanging out. I thought it was going to be building something down there, but I think it's, yep. It was just stuck on the wrong side of the wall.
Oh, it was trying to take the long way around, yeah.
Yeah, Reaper's coming back in. Malignant's game is much smoother than it was last week. He's going to lose the probe here. A second probe?
Huh?
Oh, nope. He's
Doing well. Throwing a shade to the high ground just in case it hops up there. We're seeing some some pretty skilled play so far.
Yep, he's gonna let it in, and
yeah. Now
he's gonna get a scout. But I think it's gonna play with it.
Probably gonna kill it, but it's gonna be able to see everything, including that Twilight Council. Those probes are lethal, aren't they?
They are. I think he's gonna expand right. Yep, expand right now. It looks very standard from both. They're both playing very smoothly. I was really happy to see this out of Malignant.
Yeah.
Way smoother than last week. The warp gate's was a little
I think
delayed,
it's
but
beyond practice. I think he's just feeling better. He sounded better anyway.
yeah.
Sometimes it's just a question of how much sleep you can get.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't think this adept's gonna last long. Especially not on. Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, it might get away. Look at that. And the second adept there to save. Oh, it's gonna get in, but there's no. It's too low in HP. Yeah, like what's it gonna do there?
Oh.
This
I mean,
sacrifice too, but you might be able to get a probe. I mean SCV.
yeah,
the
they're
building
keeping a
SCV.
very close eye on each other. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I really think what they're shooting for is scouting more than worker kills here.
Yep, for sure.
And yes, for those asking, we are Hyper Turtle and War Bunnies. We play in 2v2. I also play in Code A. And we are representing Minnesota Barcraft here in the Midwest. But before long, we will be attending System Cup. Got a little bit of questions about who these guys talking are in the chat.
The Sir Malignant's
what's moving up
behind
there?
in workers and probes quite a bit. That doesn't bode well for the Protoss. He must have missed.
Those adepts aren't going to be home either.
No,
So
I
this
think
might be a rough chance here.
Yeah, he's gonna have a single
Stem
stalker
is going to
battery.
hit just a little bit before he reaches. Everything's pretty well timed out here.
Yeah, I think Ghost
And
Chance
I still don't get what the deal is with those workers that keep hitting that northern expansion on both sides. The SCVs on the probes. All right, here we go.
I don't
They
think
should be
there's
able to
anything
take
to
out.
go.
Yeah, they're not even bothering depowering the shield battery. They're just going for the throat.
No, this is game.
Yeah.
It's
And
hard
as
to
far
get
as the-
hyped for 23 Marines versus probes.
As far as the adepts go, he can just close the supply depots and leave them closed. Oh, doesn't even have to. He's got more production.
Yeah.
His game's over, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
But at least a smoother start. I did.
It was
I did
smoother,
like
but he,
the. I
when
did
the
like.
adepts went out, he didn't build anything behind it.
Right. The adept control was good, but he just didn't keep up with the macro at any point.
Yeah. And even if he cleans this up, which I think he'll be able to, because those are really, really stim Marines.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Damage might have been done. You know, once again, we have one player who's a twice the supply.
Yeah. And I think this next set of Marines and a couple Marauders, 3 Marauders, I think she'll be able to come across and bop them. And with only one production facility powered right now.
And before that happens, just to address Barcrafts, yep, we are planning to have our first one in a very long time at the Mall of America for DreamHack Atlanta. And death. Death, 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 death. That's pretty much all I can say about this.
Yeah.
Production depowered, so you got those 2 stalkers and those workers, and that's it. And workers aren't having as much luck against the actual army.
And he's building stuff back at home.
Yeah,
so
that's GG.
Yeah, GG. Ghost Champ looked really smooth that game. I guess I'm maybe a little too tough on Maligan. Ghost Champ looked his very smooth self.
He had a very good number of infantry, and he timed that out almost perfectly. Just moments before they reached the natural, they got their stem. So you can tell that this build was very well practiced.
So,
Yes.
you know what, guys? I played Maligan many times as Taran, and it never is that easy with a 3 racks opener. So I think he's still very rusty, even though he's a little bit better.
I was going to say...
Yeah, there's no way he would die that fast on a bunch of Stim Marines, especially if it happened last week.
Right, and what I was going to say is the opening was smoother, but when he went to the Adepts, he didn't build anything for a while, and that's not like him.
Yeah, exactly. He looks way off. But the good news is, look, we're getting a bunch of free wins against him right now, the players. So he needs to wake up.
Might motivate him more?
He needs to wake up for the middle of the season. It is his second game. And first
We have-
for Ghost Chant, but still.
We have, what, 9 players in Code S and 9 players in Code A, right?
Yeah, we got plenty of time to get into it.
Yeah, so he can go 9-7.
And then there's also the question of how well the players who beat him do later in the season as well. If,
Yep,
you know,
exactly.
losses to other players can even them out with him.
Yeah. All right, game 2, guys. It's on Moon Dance.
Ghost Chance asked for a second in the lobby, so...
All right, well, while we have a second.
See if he's ready to go. Yeah, I'm hoping to see a good showing from Sir Maligan later in the season. I always root Protoss, so I like watching him quite a bit.
Okay, ready.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ghost Chant, though, that build was very... it was very clean. I like watching that when you get to the Code S, you really expect that clean play. And so far, Maligan's opponents have really had that really smooth, clean play.
Alright, so we're doing Moon Dance again. You think this match will go on long enough for someone to take that half pocket?
Tough to say.
Yes, indeed.
I expect Ghost Chance.
Alright, at the top, the green Protoss, he is...
Sir Maligan.
And at the bottom, up 1 match, we have the red Taran, he is...
Ghost Champ.
Alright, we're off. We got our supply structures going up.
Yeah, so what I was saying before is I expect the exact same thing. 3 racks timing, the stim to hit exactly. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And it wasn't broke last game. It looked invincible last game.
And it can be very demoralizing to lose, you know. I mean, losing is all with... No one likes to lose, but... Sometimes if you can at least lose on your own terms, it feels less frustrating.
Losing the same way twice, that is a little demoralizing.
Yeah.
He's looking for a proxy. Sir Maligan's looking for the proxy over there.
Yeah. I'm very careful about it again.
Second gas. Down a little early. Not the second gateway. He's gonna have the core.
Yeah. Cyber is starting, so is the orbital. And we have a Reaper getting ready to go.
Yeah, it's gonna reach.
And
He's gonna reach before he has anything
like
a little bit.
Yep. putting the command center up. He needs to be a little bit careful of the probe getting in the way.
So this opening, I think he's backwards. I'm not an expert on it, but when I play it, it's gate core, and he's doing gate core and then second gate, which I think is wrong, just objectively.
I think if you want to defend against Reapers, you want the cyber core down as early as possible.
I think if you set your gases correctly, I don't think it makes a difference. The core finishes as soon you put the core down as soon as your first gateway finishes. He's going out with this. He is going to kill this. He might see the Reaper with his shade too, which
Got
is really
two more
nice.
barracks coming up.
Nope, he doesn't see it, so that Reaper is going to get at least one kill, I suspect. Probably two, maybe even 3 or 4, depending on. Oh, he's
got on Ghost. What we've got on Ghost Chant's side is we have three barracks before factory, so I am anticipating more of the same kind of aggression.
Yeah, the Adept is going to go uncontested for a little bit here, because there's no unit on this side of the map to stop him.
And this time he does seem
really
to be
targeting.
keeping his production up. No, he's keeping 9 production, I think. Got Zealots and Charge
He
on the
killed
way.
the Reaper. And
Not
so
bad.
he's kind of just holding his ground here.
Now he still hasn't started his first expansion.
He's got two
A couple of
probes in
probes
there.
that are sitting there waiting on it.
Yep.
So
Kill the probes. Nope. Kill. No, you're just running around in
Sometimes-
circles.
yeah, sometimes you've got to decide. Do you want to focus on the harass, or do you want to focus on your own production? And if you can't do both, it's usually better to focus on the production.
Yep.
Yeah, this is already setting him a bit behind. He hasn't made a lot of units, and the units he has made have been lost. He's down
He's
about
not
45.
Yeah.
Got a third gateway.
He sent 2 zealots with it to charge. They're gonna get something done, but they're not gonna get enough done to wait.
No.
Oh, he ran away. He got them both away, which is
Not
good.
against that much firepower. Their shields
Yeah.
recharging, their health doesn't. Yes.
Yeah, I mean the 3 racks is gonna hit with less units this time, and he's got charge, which is a good. Charge is good.
That's good, but he needs some units to use
gateway's-
it.
Yeah, his 4th gateway isn't done, and he's missed a cycle right there. There he goes. He's the aggressive one this time. I don't know if I like this. It's like a very late proxy 5 gate. I don't know if that's a thing, but it is now. 6 gate gonna be
Absolutely.
on the outside.
They're going to charge in, and honestly, this is probably going to decide the game, and it does not look like. I mean, he's preserving them, but each time they're taking some actual health damage that they're never going to recover.
Yeah. He's still mining gas. Just this is a zealot all in.
Yes, this is not the special tactics build. He has not cut gas.
Right.
He did make the most of it. He does have a couple of sentries and a stalker there.
Yeah. But if you're gonna
Thing
go...
is, he's behind in supply, and his opponent has the defender's advantage.
Well,
he does.
Protoss,
Nor
that's not that big of a deal. He's gonna the combat shields and concussive in this first medevac are gonna be a huge deal.
Block the SCV from appearing. I do like that,
Yeah.
but I don't think that's going to leave enough for Guardian Shield.
Yeah.
More warping in.
Yeah. This might.
Research
This
complete.
could work.
Eventually, you know.
Yeah.
I think Ghost Chan is going to have to be very choosy about when to pull workers.
Yeah.
He does have, he's got
I think
4.
he needs to pull production. If he's going to do
he's
this
got-
style, he needs to
He's
pull
got
the
4
gases.
infantry going at a time, and he has a couple of Widow Mines on the way. If he gets those down, those could be a nice, unpleasant surprise. Yeah,
Yeah.
pulled the workers.
Yeah.
Thing is, he's still keeping the supply lead.
Yeah, with the medevacs here, this isn't gonna work.
Now that the Marines can actually regain health, and
Yeah.
he's got Widow Mines, he's got Marauders on the way. He's teching up,
Yeah.
and Protoss isn't.
Right, and if it's this is kind of, unfortunately with StarCraft, a lot of builds people go halfway on. There's no secret
Hey,
base.
there we go. They did get the pocket. Ghost Chant has the pocket, and he is mining that paltry sum of minerals and gas right now. And I think that's actually a very good call right now, because with this pressure, he can't expand out.
Yeah, he could. He can just stim and kill this.
Well, in a moment.
No, I think he'll be able to do
Oh,
it right
look
now.
at that. Does
He sees the pylon there. Yeah, he's gonna go kill it.
I'm gonna get a little bit more tack on Sir Maligan's side. He's putting down a Templar archive.
Yeah, I don't think
he's
that's
down 41 supply.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how many.
And now it's taking out
storms. If we had an over
Storm
under a
takes a
number
while
of
to build,
storms, yeah,
and
number of
I've
storms get out 0.
It's not gonna. There's no way he's gonna get a hold of it in time.
No.
Plopping the batteries down. That's a good idea. Might be overwhelmed pretty quickly because they can snipe the batteries or snipe the pylons.
Yeah, a secret
You know
base,
what?
which
The
is
intro-
ambitious.
Yeah.
If
He does
Ghost
like
Champ forgets
those.
that he's playing the game for 5 minutes, that might actually get off. But here we go.
You know, an interesting thing is, at no point this night has anyone really tried for any drop play.
Nope. I think it's
You
been
know-
build more units than your opponent, go kick him in the face.
Sure.
Which is
You
the way
know.
I like to play. Build
In
more
Code
units
B, we did get some Void Ray Carrier, and we got the Blinks and the Reaper Hops, but yeah, third of supply now, so I think the last match of the night is already over.
Yeah, it's very over. Storm is not being researched yet.
I think he's got more pressing problems and supply blocks as well, so.
No, I was hoping to see a storm.
Okay.
Ghost Chant looked very strong. And Sir Maligan played better that game, but not enough.
Let's bring him in here and chit chat with these players.
All right.
Why don't you start, guys, with the questioning, the Inquisition.
So I have a question for Sir Maligan on the second game. On the second game, was that a Zealot all-in intentionally, or was that on the fly? I was kind of confused by the build a little bit.
hear us?
Maligan, can you hear us? Maligan.
Sorry.
Yeah, go
That
ahead.
was on mute. Yep, that was intentional. That was supposed to be. Yeah, I need to do more gates, I guess, and not enough minerals, in a way. Yeah.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, so
yeah,
kept
go
running
ahead.
out of minerals.
Go ahead, KJ.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you decide to just all in game 2 just because you can tell you're just playing terrible, or what?
Yeah, I mean, why prolong it, right?
Because
Might as
I'm
well-
watching you. There's things
Might
that
as
you
well
do,
go
like
for
your build seems off. You're doing 2 gates instead of the usual 1 gate expand, and
Yeah.
then you got you got the Templar Archives, but you never researched Storm, so it just looked really bad. But look, you're gonna face your 3rd Taran, in a week or so. That's DLS Mizel. They're all gonna learn from each of your Taran games, and
Yeah.
how prepared are you gonna be for your 3rd one?
To be honest, dude, I'm not gonna be prepared even. Is it gonna be next week? Yeah.
It's not until October 5th, so you have a bit of time. So
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just so hard.
I'm gonna have to big you as a project Protoss of mine, man, because I hate to see Protoss play like this. This is pretty.
The problem is I just don't have time enough to play anymore. So
well,
it's just, and then my games are like back to back every week. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. So there's just
you
no
got
way.
a long break after that.
Yeah.
You have a long break after that, about 3 weeks to get in super shape, but you don't want to go down 0-3. So I'll commit to helping your sorry ass out. Don't worry.
Now the problem is, do I have time to
No,
practice
you'll have
with
time.
you?
Don't worry. You only need a couple of things, and then you'll fix it. So anyway.
Where there's KJ, there's a way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ghost Check, congrats on winning. You look pretty solid. You just played normal. You're just like, okay, I spotted that. He's not expanding. He's getting a fast Twilight, easy peasy. All I gotta do is defend and win. That's basically all that is. So, what do you think? Do you have anything to add to this, or is just unimpressed?
Yeah, like I was thrown off with the scout. I was like, "Where's the Nexus?" And then I was like, "Wait, he has no Nexus. Why isn't there more stuff coming at me right now?" I was super confused.
Yeah. So he
Yeah,
kind of
and that-
handcuffed himself with a bad build, not just being rusty. What are you looking forward
so-
to, Ghost Chant, for the season?
Instability.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah. So you're gonna go from
This is
from
gonna be
Sir
a good match.
Malignant to the semi-finalists. That's gonna be really cool. Hyper Turtle and War Bunnies. You got any questions for these two?
Well, I have a question for Ghost Chant. Your build was smooth, but did you feel like it was easy because there wasn't very much pressure? You knew it was coming kind of early, and you just I'm just gonna robot it.
The build the second time was not smooth at all. I was not initially going to go for the build, but then I was like, "Oh, this is happening again." So I was like, "All right, well, I'll go 3 racks again." And
So the
see
3
what
racks
happens.
wasn't originally meant to be a progression in that
no.
one game. That's what I was wondering.
But but yeah, the first game was autopilot. That's like the pocket build. I have a few other things, but that's the pocket build.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing some of those other things too.
I like in particular like that 3 racks because I saw Veils, or is it Veils or Vals? What
It's Veils.
Veils, okay. That was more like I know it's sped up significantly, but like the old Wings of Liberty 3 racks where you moved out with your first 2 medevacs, really importantly. Whereas what I did, I should ideally, closer to the first game, be moving out around the 440-ish mark. So it should hit almost a good minute and 40 seconds before the one he does. So now you're eschewing the medevacs for the earlier pressure with some units, but it's a trade-off.
Yeah, when you get to fight one stalker with 16?
It should be
14 Marines?
it's either 14 Marines and 2 Marauders or 16 to 18 Marines. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But regardless, when it was one stalker versus that ball coming at it, it's hard to hype it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll do it for Code S, gentlemen. Thanks for playing tonight. It's early in the season, so nothing is set in stone yet. But midweek we're gonna start to see who's in shape or not. So you have plenty of time. So good luck, guys.
All right, good games.
Good luck.
GG's.
All right. And War Bunnies, Hyper Turtle, thanks for casting tonight. What do you guys think about the games tonight?
I really like the first set of games. Code B was very interesting, very exciting. I really, for Code B games, they moved quick and were decisive. I really liked that. Our Code A games, Dupu showed why he's a tricky little guy to play against. If you've never seen him before, he plays Dupu style. So New Lord kind of got caught his pants down, and as we kind of kicking a dead horse, but Sir Malignant wasn't in. He was in more Code A form than he was in his Code S form.
Exactly.
So.
That's exactly. So, well, I
noticed
expect him
this
to
more
be
in the
better. I
book,
mean, it
yeah.
just starts with the build. Honestly, I think his build was just terrible. Going to gate like that and no real reason for it, and then being scouted just kind of screws you up as a Protoss.
Well, it was 2 gate, but it was a 2-gate that was supposed to have the gate came down instead of the nexus. 2-gate is 2 gates core, gas, and it wasn't that way. It just
Yeah,
it
you're
was
supposed to get the
wrong.
Nexus. Listen, if you're playing a Taran as a Protoss, you can always get a Nexus. I'll tell you that, right? Unless if he's proxying
Look
you,
it
you
up.
lose the Nexus, but you're way ahead. So there's no reason not to get that Nexus, especially after getting another gateway and then another Twilight or some structure. You know,
Right.
it just doesn't make any sense. So his build totally did not make any sense. It's as if he's like, okay, I'm getting 3 racks and I don't know how to deal with it. Let me make more gateways. That's basically what's happening with him.
Right, and he kind of did a halfway zealot all in, but he kept the guys on gas where
Yep, that's
he
another
didn't
good
have
point,
the minerals.
yeah. It wasn't
Like I said,
optimized.
it was weird. I couldn't figure out. It was like watching a code A player who just didn't know the feel of it, and so you kind of don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, he has the control of a Code S still, you can tell that. But his builds were not good.
Yeah.
And if you're going to go charge lot, you don't show it that early with only 2 zealots. He went out there, showed the 2 charge lots right away, instead of just waiting and then boom, barraging him, right? So
Right,
those are the things that he knows, but you know, it's not just his mechanics. It's like he lost half of his SC2 experience. So I think that's fine. I'll go help him out a little bit so he can have a better showing. Unfortunately to the rest of the Code S, but you know.
Yeah, if he plays like his mechanics are really good, but he didn't seem like he was here today. But like I said, I was really happy with the Code B. I think both of them
Code
showed.
B was a bit more even. I think each of those maps, one of them showed something to the other that the other wasn't ready for.
Yep.
But they were both accomplishing what they wanted to. Now, Code A and Code S, both of those were a little bit more dominating from one side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen.
Taran OP.
That'll do it for tonight. Taran OP for now, until the Protosses figure it out, right?
Yep.
Absolutely. I am figuring it out right now as we speak. Got my calculator up. It's out of view, but...
There you go. Are you streaming tonight, Hyper Turtle?
Probably in a little while, but gonna be taking care of family for a little bit first.
Got it. Yeah, I was
I've
gonna
been,
host you, but I think we'll
yeah.
just pass it on now then to somebody.
I've actually been doing some good networking, so I've got a handful of people passing things on, and I really appreciate that.
Cool. All right, man.
And then
Well,
Friday, I got a busy day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. Have fun to everybody as you practice.
Yep.
SC2. And we'll see you guys next
Thanks
time.
for having us, KJ. Appreciate
thanks
it.
for casting. Nice job, guys. Very entertaining to hear you guys do your thing. So, see you guys later.
Yeah. See you
See
later.
you later.
Not going to try that just yet. There's really only 2 tanks, only 3 tanks for Mighty Ant, 7 for Deepu, and that's a big disparity at this point in the game. Does scan to see the army. And is bringing his tanks up. Oh no! Mighty Ant sieges out of position. I think if Deepu can get pushed up... Oh, I think he's going to siege a little bit too far back, so Mighty Ant should be able to reposition. Nope, Deepu is moving in. He's got that scan up. Oh no, he's going to wade through the tanks, though, with his Marines on the left side. So that's the saving grace for Mighty Ant, potentially. Oh, but some good auto turrets, and charging in on top of the tanks is Deepu, and no, it's just too much. So many tanks, so many Marines charging into the third base, and soon to be the Nat of Mighty Ant. Deepu looking masterful here. And, playing very well. GG is called. He'd be dead. But it is not Proxy Marauder, so it's going to pay off. Sort of. Although the Reapers do deny the building of the command center. Now we're just going to jump straight up into the main base. Are the Marines... The Marines are still in the bunker. I feel like Deepu is probably F2ing there, but obviously F2 does not work on units that are in a bunker. And now they're sitting at the bottom of the ramp. Deepu definitely getting a little flustered here, I'd say. And good micro out of Mighty Ant. We did see in the previous game that Mighty Ant had about 150 APM over the about 100 of Deepu, so that's good for micro. as we can, clearly see here. 5 Reapers